Hey guys, welcome to the video. So I'm out again today with my HPI Vorza Truggy Flux, and I'm testing the Draco Diff Case 2025. The new version has some grooves added for better heat dissipation, so I'm testing whether this increases heat dissipation and stays cooler overall. So in the last video I conducted a test, but I was using 200,000 weight oil, and compared to the first test of 100,000 weight oil, I had a few differences in temperatures. So I wanted to confirm whether the oil made any difference to the data. So I'm back out here again for test day 3, doing the same thing, but this time I've got 100,000 weight oil in both diffs. I've rebuilt them again, and I will be doing the same run as last time. So let me give you an overview. I'll be using these lipos here for the 5-minute warm-up for both diff cases, and that's 5 minutes each. Then I have another set of, so 2 other lipos, one for each diff case in the stress test. So diff case A will do a stress test for 10 minutes, and then diff case B we'll do a stress test for 10 minutes, and there'll be a fresh lipo for each of those tests. And then after each diff case is complete, I will do a cool down check to 40 degrees. So how long does it take for the diff case to return to 40 degrees in the ambient temperature? And yeah, I will be taking ambient readings before and after each test, and same goes for the cool down as well. Alright, so yeah, once again I will be adding some footage of the tests just to give you an idea of what I'm doing, and then at the end we'll do a rundown of the data and yeah, get your thoughts on that. Okay, let's get going. Okay, we're beginning the stress test of the standard diff case. It's starting to rain a little bit now though. Obviously the temperatures today are much lower than last week, but I'm taking regular ambient temperatures so we can keep track of it. Also the surface is not much traction, kind of fun but not consistent. That's okay. Ooh, kind of big drops of rain. Luckily they cut the grass over here so I can do a few more grass runs. This test is 10 minutes. I'm also having some issues with my ESC fan. Like the blades are quite thin plastic, so they bend up and they hit into the guard, and it stops the fan from working. So that's 2 ESC fans, Castle ESC fans that I've used. Kind of expensive, and I have to order them from America, so I think I'm just going to make an adapter for a standard fan and then plug it in, use one of the old fans connectors and then bind it together or splice it together. You can buy them real cheap on AliExpress, so just standard 40mm fans. I think I'll do that from now on. Plus the blades are much thicker plastic, so they don't bend or break as easy. I mean, if you guys don't have a Vorza, I recommend getting one. They're really fun. I also have some parts available. I have the shock towers, motor mount, chassis braces, and tower braces. All available now. If you order the complete set, you can get free shipping. You can also have the option of adding the tower braces or just having the chassis braces with the set. Yeah. And just want to thank you guys. I mean, the motor mounts are really popular. I'm nearly sold half of them, so that's pretty good. surprising. Let's do some runs, full runs I guess. Full speed runs. Don't need to worry about this LiPo because I will change LiPos for the next stress test on the second diff case. A little wet, so that's gonna make a bit of a mess on the truck. Wonder if the fan is working. See? That noise? It's working, but it's hitting against the top guard. I'm not sure why, it never happened before. Also have to clean out the dirt from the rear tires for a moment. I have no choice but to leave it going anyway. I need it to cool, so it's only a noise. And then after this test I will do the cool down period. So I guess the rain and the cooler temperatures are gonna definitely affect that. Try to get it really hot so we can real world test. Only 5 minutes into the test, so still got a bit to go. Try not to do too many high-speed passes because I want the battery to last until the end of the test. So I've only got 5200 milliamp hour batteries. They tend to fit much easier. I do have 7000 and 9000 batteries, but they're way too big for this truck, this vehicle. Whoa. Quick. Get some jumps going. Jumps very well, this vehicle. Very balanced. I mean, it's probably I think 15-year-old platform. The Vorza HP, and then when they released this in 2022, they just took the Buggy Flux and just put it onto a Truggy chassis. So the Truggy chassis is new, I believe. But in saying that, I don't have a trophy, so it could be similar. But I see the parts are different anyway. But yeah, that's just what I think from what I've seen. So this is actually new, technically, but it's just the Buggy layout placed onto a Truggy chassis. With the D8, the Nitro one, they've pretty much copied that over for the new 2022 Vorza Nitro. Whoa! Don't go in the water. Alright guys, so I've hit cutoff again on my lipos, and I haven't got the data that I wanted to get. I've just had a bunch of problems and I couldn't get any consistent runs for the second diff case. So pretty much this test is a bust. I will have to do it again. So I had a few issues. One was the fan completely broke. I'm not sure if it's these Castle fans, but the blades are really thin, and you can see I've lost some, and it didn't work. So I swapped the motor fan onto the ESC, and then as you can see I've ran the cable, but I've had to keep the radio box open, and this is also not good. So the ESC keep cutting off. I don't think it was LiPo cutoff. I think it's the switch or bad connection, bad receiver. Have to investigate further. But yeah, when I get back I will have a look and see what's going on. But yeah, this is over. I'm going to clean her up and just head home. The data is useless. I did get a good run for the standard case, but for the second case I didn't get enough data to compare, so it's a bust. Yeah. Alright, well, I will investigate further, and yeah, please stick around to the end of the video. I will update you, and we can close out the video there with an update. Alright, time to head home. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the results that I got. So as I said earlier, I did not get a good enough test with the grooved diff case, so I didn't have any data for that, but I did for the standard diff case. So you can see the temperatures are pretty close to what I got in the previous test, even with the difference in oil. And then yes, the cool down period is a little faster than before as well, which could be explained by the thinner oil, so it dissipates heat a bit better. But yeah, I will do another test, and I will run 100,000 weight again, and this time I hopefully don't have any issues and I can get a clean run for the grooved diff case. Alright, well, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. I will be back again with another test, and this will be the final test if I'm able to get the results I'm looking for. Yeah, so if you haven't already, please check out my website. I have some parts available for the HPI Vorza Flux, Buggy and Truggy. The links are in the description. See you in the next one.